Welcome back to Talk Horror to Me, the only movie horror review podcast that stays away from kid ball pits. And with that said, let's check it out what movie we're looking at tonight. Tonight we review Willy's Wonderland. When his car breaks down, the quiet loner agrees to clean an abandoned family fun center in exchange for repairs. He soon finds himself waging a war against possessed animatronic mascots while trapped inside Willy's Wonderland. Willy's Wonderland is a 2021 American action comedy horror film directed by Kevin Lewis from a screenplay by George Owen Parsons. The film stars Nicolas Cage, who also served as producer, along with Emily Tosta, Ric Reitz, David Sheftell, and Beth Grant. Hey, welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
What's up? So that way, we all that way. Hey, I picked this movie. It was actually all Carly's fault because Carly picked Renfield, and Renfield had Nicolas Cage in it, which made me think I've been waiting to see this movie for a long time because I keep seeing it on my feeds. Therefore, Willy's Wonderland is my choice for this week. But I don't care about what I feel about the movie. I care about what Carly thinks about this movie.
Oh my goodness. Only Nicolas Cage could star in a movie and not say a single word. I mean, that was comedy gold. Comedy gold.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was great in Renfield. I mean, this one, it's just can't spoil. He's got to drink these energy drinks every time his watch goes off. And they're in the middle of fighting, and he's like, and he's got to go drink his energy drink and play his pinball machine. It was fantastic. And he said nothing. And the rest of the cast was really good. They played their parts well. You know, and Liv was fantastic, and it was kind of sad how I'm really gonna spoil this, aren't I?
No, I mean it's not that old, so let's not spoil too much of it.
All right, I'm not gonna spoil. I'm just trying to say it's fantastic.
All right, Ash.
I loved this movie. This was so much fun. I agree. That scene where he's just like, and he's got then when he started to play the pinball machine, I freaking lost it. But I love this. I love movies and books that can really put like realism in it. But this did not do that. And it did not do that in the best way possible. Like Nicolas Cage's character is not how any normal person would react. I mean, I'm pretty messed up, and I would not have even reacted like that. And we get no backstory on him, which I think is beautiful. Normally, I want to know more. You know, I'm so curious. I want to know, like, what's going on with this, what's going on with that. But no, I like being in the dark on this one. They did it fantastic.
All right, Miss Brooke Wright.
I thought it was okay. It reminded me of Five Nights at Freddy, so I was like, oh, this isn't bad. It was all right to me. I'm not really a huge fan of Nicolas Cage, but it wasn't a bad movie.
All right, let's take a vote. How many people don't want Brooke on the show anymore? Man. I respect. Now, you were absolutely right. This was a direct comparison to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Right.
This screenplay was based wholly or in part on that idea.
Yeah.
I also love the fact that Nicolas Cage uttered not a word. I also love that there was absolutely zero backstory about who he is. Even in the cast, it says his name is the janitor. That's all we get. We don't even know who he is as a person. But like you, Ashley, I'm also very curious as a person, and I could not let it rest to be like, why didn't he talk through the movie? What was the deal with the pinball machine? Because these things were just such set pieces. Why did he have to drink soda or his punch pop or whatever it was every time he had to take a break? I'm like, is this guy like so literal when McAdoo says, make sure you take breaks? And he like said, "Oh, yeah, I'll take a." It's like, so was he doing it that way? He's like, actually, this movie is very much the game. If you watch any first-person shooter games, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. He cleared a stage. Then you get like a mini game between stages, which is the pinball machine. The first person never speaks in any of these games we play. And then he has power-ups by drinking his pop. Huh. So in reality, he is just a first-person shooter game character. Hence why all those things happen the way they happen. And you're right, Ash. I was like, normal people wouldn't act so blasé about Ozzy the ostrich coming up and looking to peck your face off. But so nonchalant about it. I'm like,
he's just like, Poink.
Yeah. And he's just taking out the trash. And I was like, what? This is absurd. As a character, the absurdity, as I was going to say, is like, I didn't like this movie at all. I love this movie because it's just so absurd, so out of bounds, so silly. But yet you're just like, wow, Nicolas Cage, golf clap to you. I loved it. But respect to Brooke. It is different, and if like, I know you're a Conjuring fan and an Insidious fan, so this is not that. So of course, it's for me, it's just like, what? I love it.
Now, I will say that with because they're releasing the movie Five Nights at Freddy's, right?
There actually is going to be one. It's either in pre-production or in production now.
Yeah.
And I don't think that this is one of those jumping on the bandwagon type scenarios. I think that they're only going to elevate each other, which is what I think is so beautiful about this. They have a different storyline. It's not the same storyline as Five Nights at Freddy's.
Right.
And so it's a cool twist that they did on it. So I think it's going to complement each other so well and be those two movies that you have to watch back to back, like on a movie night or something.
Well, they did say
the only one who doesn't know what Five Nights at Freddy's is.
As a new murder baby, yes, you are the only one who doesn't.
It's anxiety in a video game form. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically.
Just to encapsulate what Five Nights at Freddy is, you're also like the janitor or the night security guy, and they tell you watch the monitors, and so you watch the monitors, and all of a sudden, like, somebody's moving. Like one of the animatronics is moving from the storage room, and then you're in like a cube, and you have to look at each door and make sure one doesn't open. But it's also like a puzzle. You have to like turn something on, answer the phone, hit this switch, or otherwise the doors will open and close, and you could get attacked. So it's very much high stress video game. So that's what that's based on. So like and you're right, Ash. This movie had a small cult following of Five Nights at Freddy's kind of people who love this movie as a result. Yeah. But Brooke, you're the voice of dissension here. Tell us more of like why it didn't really appeal to you.
I don't know. It's just not for me. I wouldn't say I hated it, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I gotta watch this movie, you know? But I did like the horror trope that they didn't kill the black person first. I like that.
That was good.
That's very true. Very, very true. But with that said, Brooke, you're fantastic at segues. So we're going to go right into our favorites. So what are our favorite kills, favorite moments? We'll start, Brooke, since we're talking about favorite kills.
My favorite kill is when I think it's Tito and Sarah devour Dan. Like when they jump on them and eat them alive. I like that part.
Okay, that was during after the sex scene, if I recall.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I think he was there the whole time. He's just watching us. Just absurd. Carly, since you loved it so much.
The sheriff. Boom. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I loved that one. You just see the body. And where's the head?
And I did. I loved it too. Here's the thing I'll say is that reminded me very much of A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Where the neighborhood parents decided to make a deal or like they plotted to do this thing, not realizing it was going to have consequences. So while the unveiling of the story arc of the becoming of this town and Willy's Wonderland and why they keep bringing people in to be janitors, which was unfolding so oddly. Oh my God, we're in a fight for all life. Let's tell you the entire story of how this thing unfolded. Just horribly, just so absurdly done, but fantastic in its absurdity. But yeah, that was the fact that she was part of the problem. So that was deserved. Miss Ashley.
My favorite would have to be the line of, do you want to see the other side? I can show you. And like, that was such a chilling line because it's goofy. It's so absurd, everything that's happening. But like the moment that line is uttered, not once, but twice, I was like, how many hints do you need, bro? Like, holy crap. That was probably my favorite character too.
Was that, who was that? Was that
the frog?
Was it the frog?
Yeah, with like.
Oh, he had the tongue, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, my favorite kill is at the hands of the janitor, Nicolas Cage, in his best role ever, Oscar-worthy, was the gorilla.
Yes.
Oh,
And the curb stomp in the bathroom. Very American History X.
Yeah.
Very, and that I was like not expecting it. And it was so over the top. I mean, we had plungers in faces. We had stalls being broken into. We had mirrors being cracked. But man, getting curb stomped by Nicolas Cage, I mean, that should have made that gorilla's day as an actor.
Right after getting tickled.
What?
That was one of the gorilla's lines. Oh, stop, that tickles.
It tickles.
Oh my God. I like how this all went down and he still managed to clean the entire restaurant. I'm like, it was spick and span.
Yeah, I'd never seen it look so good. I mean, I'm like, really? You could get graffiti off that way? But yeah, he did an amazing job. Maybe he was a janitor. The only thing that we actually know about him, the only thing they tell us about him other than his awesome car is the fact that he had dog tags hanging from his rear view. That is the only clue we have that he is ex-military in some way, which obviously makes him very acutely and necessarily adept at fending off animatronic creatures. But so
other than that, seem the least bit surprised.
No, he's just like, yep.
Yeah. All right. Hey, this is my life now. So either he's got some serious PTSD, or he's a psychopath in his own right. But yet, and he didn't care about the kids all that much. And ironically, he's like, they want to save him, but he's like, I got a job to do. It's like, really? You agreed a gentleman's handshake, so now you can't. I was like, listen, I'd be out of there after the first thing started moving. I don't care if he was attacking me or not. I'd be out.
But then they locked him in. I think they locked him in.
Yeah, they did. They did.
But they moved. He noticed that they moved like right before they even went and got his shirt and everything. He noticed that they had moved, and he was still like, okay.
It's time for me to take a break. I mean, that kid, trust me, I can tell you right now, 12 hours would never be enough time to clean all that insanity that he cleaned.
Man.
Yeah, no.
It's funny when they open the door at the end and they're like, damn.
Yeah. I was like, damn. I was like, I'm going to hire Nicolas Cage to come and clean my house.
Right.
And you'll even dress up as like a character just to make it feel better about it.
Yeah. You don't have to talk. It's cool. I prefer it.
Well, I tell you what, to Carly's point, the fact that he said nothing was brilliant. The only thing that I thought made him like super zany was when he was playing the pinball machine. He was making those like weird dance moves. I thought even that for me was like, dude, Nick, rein it in a little bit, rein it in just a little, because that like took me out of his character, like just being strong, silent, and just enjoying the pinball machine. But when he started doing like this weird dance, kind of was a little much for me. But otherwise, perfection from Nicolas Cage.
He did have a line though.
What?
He did have a line. He said, Yeah.
I'm done with you.
That was more of like a guttural noise, I think, than
I don't
anything
know.
else.
That was very country to me. I spoke directly to my soul. I was like, yeah.
Well, I think maybe it was like the contract said I can't say any real full words. I can utter some things. I don't know. Question: what did we think about the animatronics themselves? Production value, how creepy they were. What, Caroline?
It was fun watching them get torn apart. It was fantastic. You know, the oil spraying everywhere.
The characters made no sense to me, which I feel like was so fitting. Because you could tell that this was just a slapped together project. Should have been like a big giant red flag to all of these parents when it was in fully operation. Because it's like you're starting off, you walk in and right away you're like, okay, cool, we got like a weasel, we got these things make sense, I guess, together. But then they just kept progressing into really weird. You had like a pirate?
Yeah, a knight. You had a knight.
Yeah,
you had an ostrich, an alligator.
Yeah,
a lizard. The ostrich. The pixie fairy.
Yeah,
my favorite was the gorilla. I think I probably missed one or two. Yeah, just absurd characters. But I will tell you this: if you remember going to Chuck E. Cheese,
oh my god,
kid, I don't care how animated those characters were.
They're
creepy.
Yeah,
like, just in general, it's like I don't know why we think it's a small world, because even though it's a small world, it's creepy as hell. So I don't know. I kind of get the vibe of the just creepiness of them just as animatronics for kids.
I really tried to put myself in like Nicolas Cage's character, because you brought up with the whole video game aspect. I feel like that's exactly what they were wanting to deliver, was you are this character, this is happening, like you're this absurd character, whatever. But the whole time I was like, how would I react? Like if this was a real life scenario and these animatronics just came to life, like I am terrified of dolls, okay? Dolls freak me the hell out. But I'm not afraid of puppets. I'm not afraid of animatronics or clowns, like Barbie dolls, Cabbage Patch Kids. Those things don't scare me, but like porcelain dolls do. So I don't know if I would run terrified and screaming. Like it's an animatronic. Surely to God I can outrun like this broke ass robot.
I don't know.
I mean, it might be broke ass, but you're still locked in with it.
I could still outrun for a little bit at least. I don't know if I would
like one of you and like 8 of them. And it's high stakes. It's high stakes. I would definitely be the couple at the beginning of the movie wondering what the hell, my brain just broke is what happened. Now, how do we feel, before we move on, how do we feel about the conceit? Like, oh, we were all like pedophiles and molesters and skeevy people, and so we decided, oh, we're going to do a demonic seance to transfer our consciousnesses into animatronics.
It was very Chucky.
Yeah, very Chucky, very trick or treat.
Yeah.
Okay. But did you like it, or do you think it was just like lame? I mean, I don't have an opinion. I just thought it was like it was a little bit of a stretch for me, but it still worked within the concept.
Yeah, I like the backstory.
I feel like it worked a little bit because, like, why are these animatronics possessed? What's possessing them? So at least they had a motive that way. There was a motive for why they wanted to kill.
And I also agree with the fact that they were going out killing the locals. So so here's the thing: why wouldn't you just burn them alive? Versus like, okay, we will give you outsiders. It's very short-sighted. Talk about devil's bargain.
I thought about that, and Devil's Market is kind of spot on because they were going to keep the guy's car. So like they are getting some type of gain off of this, big or small, because they have so many missing peoples or missing people. They were able to get that one officer on payroll.
Right.
So that
right.
helped them. That probably would give her some days off or whatever. So I feel like everybody had like their own motives for like why this was working out for them. And then even as the officer explains the type of people that they would look for, I feel like they felt justified in what they were doing.
All right. So it's just like, yeah, I agree. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, I really want to know how we're rating this thing and I want to go right to Brooke Wright.
Me?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. I give it a 3.2, I guess, stab in the chest. I give him that.
All right. That's higher than I thought you would rate it. So caps off to you.
Yeah, I like the storyline. I like the storyline of them being cannibals and being transformed into the things. I like that storyline. I don't know.
Okay. Awesome. Miss Carly.
Yes.
What you say?
I give it 4.75 Zippo.
Oh, dang.
Zippos. Now, is that Zippo working or not working?
No.
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 Okay. And I did like the fact that Liv was her backstory elicited the fact that she wanted to torch this place to the ground. So I did like that as her story arc. Ms. Greathouse.
I give this 4.5. I loved this movie. It was awesome. 4.5. I'm going to go ahead and let you waste all of the gasoline and then tell you, hey, don't light that yet. We still have to save that guy.
That was terrible.
That was pretty good. Good, but the good thing is you left out the funniest thing for me is I'm going to rate this 4.25 Willy's Wonderland t-shirts.
Yes.
Because I can guarantee you that Nicolas Cage as a janitor, I think, went through at least 4.25 of them. which because it's also indicative of the gameplay, right? It's like every scene after you kill the big boss, you start new. So so he would keep cleaning up and just like start as a new level again. So even though it seems absurd, the fact that he wore it at the beginning, it's like, well, you're now official part of the staff. And he's like, okay, I guess I'm wearing this shirt.
The moment he put it on, I forgot about that part, but I was like, okay.
Yeah, he like bought in. He was like, all right, I guess I'm putting the shirt on. I'm all in on this thing. And I thought that that in and of itself added a level of absurdity that I thought was fantastic. It wasn't like, yes, he got the leather jacket and he looked super cool, standing next to his car, waiting for the tow, all that kind of stuff. But man, when he put on that shirt, it was like it took his non-speaking character to like the next level. So I just adored it. And again, this is a movie that's like, it's not good for like, it's like, wow, this is like the most amazing film ever. It's just fun. It's just like I can watch it, turn my brain off, and just enjoy the heck out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
I needed that this morning.
Oh. I mean, no, not the fact that Carly wasted the last minute to watch these films. We're not saying that. But what we are saying,
I watched it literally like I just finished it a half an hour ago.
Me too.
fresh in your mind.
Me too.
I gotta stop being like watching it on Monday night after the last one. I think I'm gonna watch it last second like y'all.
Yeah. And then we all know that we're watching it right then and there. It's like part
I
of my
normally
like
watch
Sunday
it
vibe.
on Saturdays, but I was busy Saturday.
She was busy doing other stuff. But see, I wouldn't be able to do all the research after the fact.
That's true.
To like set us up for success. So I mean, I love the idea of what they did. I love his commitment. I love Nicolas Cage as a producer. I truly wish this thing would have been more successful in the theaters. But again, we know this whole post-pandemic really did a number on a lot of these films.
It's the title.
It's a title.
Tell
us, Carly. A porn movie.
Like a porn movie. Yes,
Well, I
it
mean,
does. Willy's Wonderland.
There was that
Oh
one.
my gosh.
It's a little bit.
Yeah, true.
I Oh,
In more
I
ways
love
than
it.
one, it's like gore porn a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so over the top. I mean, it was like, hey,
Yeah.
how much more goopy, black, bloody fluid can we add into the
Mhm.
scene? Just like blow things up in your face so he could just be as covered as possible, just so he'd have to change shirts.
Where do they go after that? We never got to find out
No.
about the afterlife.
And that's
I
the
know.
whole. Are you talking about like the animatronics or the janitor and Liv?
Yeah.
The animatronics.
No,
I-
I think they go to hell. They go straight to hell. They die.
Oh. Bye,
I
guys.
think it's actually though.
I mean, at least the Pixie got her comeuppance by being naughty, and she's the only one who didn't catch it by Nick's hands.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that I thought was pretty cool too.
Kind of leaves it open for maybe a part 2.
No.
Or
I
they
think
say,
we
or
go-
it just might be
No.
like, we'll wait for
It's a
Freddy's
porno.
movie to come out, and
Yeah.
we'll just make it a companion piece.
Oh,
Yeah.
could they do like them versus each other, like the animatronics get
Ooh.
out? That would be so cool. Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all okay.
Okay,
Ash,
Lord.
get on the phone.
I know. I need more friends that like know people.
I mean,
If
know
you-
us. That's about all I know too. So
If you're a viewer and you know people that can make this happen, tell them that I'll take my phone off Do Not Disturb for one day and they can try to call me.
but only within the hours of 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yep. And then it goes back on Do Not Disturb.
That's right. You had your chance. You blew your window. The window was closed. But with that, I want to know what is the next one we're doing and who's asking for it. This one. Who's got 2 fingers?
This one.
All right, Carly. As what you bringing our way this time?
Well, I wanted to go with the classic Silence of the Lambs.
I love
wanted
that.
to see if how well it holds up because I've actually seen it. Believe it or not, I've
Ooh.
actually seen it. I just want to see how well it holds up today. Now that I am, a murder baby.
I'm good.
agree.
Well, what, that she's a murder baby? She's doing fantastic.
Yeah. Yes.
I will tell you this. I think some of the films around Hannibal Lecter do not hold up. Like Red Dragon doesn't hold up as well.
Mhm.
But I think Silence of the Lambs, Oscar winning, is one of those I think will hold up. I've seen it several times. Like Jaws. I could watch Jaws 100 times, and I don't care how dated it looks and how rubbery the shark looks. It's still chef's kiss. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Where can we see this film?
It is currently on Max, which is the former HBO.
Okay. All right. We'll take a look for that. So sending love to all my murderous mavens. Thank you so much for another Sunday night with you. And yeah, I got nothing. I mean, I guess I could put this thing together. I mean, I could do like, I don't know.
Good Lord.
Is that hard? I don't know. I did my best.
That's perfect.
Thank you.
It was
Thank
perfect.
you so much.
Chuck.
All right. So with that said, love to you all. And I will see you next time. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Bye.
Bye. And with that, thank you, our lovely audience, for another week with us, another Sunday night of horror. And we will scare you later.